Alrighty. We're gonna play some Terraria. Oh, oof, ow. My bones. You only have one bone. Do not lie to the fans. Bone. Hello, Sky. The skull is a collection of many bones? Oh, my bad, dog. My bad. I like the mushroom biome music in Terraria. Were you hosting last time? Okay. He's not talking for some reason.
You're mean to me.
Says the person who bullies me every day.
You're mean to me.
Alright. Gonna join game. Non-verbal creature.
I'm very verbal.
He's just a little autistic. Welcome to Rat Central. Oh yeah, I was digging a hole with the shovel.
You'd have to be to enjoy Breath of the Wild.
Based.
I have to reset the game to have it play through my headphones.
Cringe.
Okay, there we go. Now we should be good.
He's so mean.
So, how'd you sleep?
Pretty terrible. Why do you ask?
You know, I'm just curious. What's your latency set to?
Ultra low.
There we go, that's good.
It only doesn't do that when I, do a new stream. When I use old information, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine liking Breath of the Wild.
Pretty easy.
A likely story. Anyways, what are we doing today?
I put a chest down and I put ore in it. So, you know, progress.
I feel like I should put down a platform there so we don't fall through.
Or you could cover the hole.
Pet the slime. Who's a good slime? Who doesn't attack their wife?
Join red team.
Oh. Oh, here, I have a gift for you. Because you know it's raining.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I have sunflowers that I need to put down. Jesus. How did you sleep?
I barely did.
Yeah.
Which means it was good.
I got a dirt bomb. Wow, that cactus sword sucks. Oh yeah, I've got a chest.
Oh, I forgot. I have a summon. Save me! It didn't save me.
Creature, creature, creature.
Monsters from the corruption are heading towards the house.
Alright. Oh my god.
Just thought you should know.
Why would you do that? Nice flower. Why'd you get rid of all the gravestones?
so that we weren't being attacked by ghosts and it wasn't perpetually nighttime.
Yeah, but I want an Abigail too.
I promise you, it's not worth it.
Okay. Is that what I asked?
I promise you, it's not worth it.
I just want one. Also, she got buffed. Where'd you put all the gravestones?
What in my inventory?
You're so mean. Can't have shit in this house.
Correct.
Can't shit in this house.
That one's true as well.
Alright, where are we dropping?
We gotta... Oh my god.
Can you stop dying?
I need ore.
Okay. It sounds like what you should do is stop dying then.
That's so true. Alright. New gravestone. Okay. Alright. While true, hurtful. Have we considered maybe I'm not good at Terraria?
Ooh, ooh. Oh shit, that's a flying fish. Fish. Anyways. I need an anti-gravity potion.
Alright.
That way I can go to the Sky Islands and find some wings.
Okay.
Okay. Why do you say that like it's a problem?
But I'm sure you can find one.
Okay. Do you have one?
No. Oh my god. No!
Oh yeah, I also need to find the, what do you call it,
Uh-huh.
the desert pyramid thing.
You're hunting for a flying carpet this very second.
Yeah.
Have you considered getting ore?
Have you considered not being mean to your wife?
We need ore. We need the ability to not die in 2 hits. We need heart crystals.
I mean, it sounds like a skill issue.
Yes!
Man, that's 2 gravestones?
Oh my god. Oh my... Go away.
I mean, I'm collecting cactus.
Carton of milk.
Yummy.
No, no, no!
What the fuck?
Oh god. Oh no. Leave me alone!
This was a bad idea. Oh. Yeah, I kind of got crushed by sand.
There's so many bats.
Or what?
Why are you digging straight down in a desert?
Funny.
Yeah, alright.
He just doesn't get it. It's just girl things.
Yeah, alright.
Do you think the creators of Terraria know that their music are just certified bops?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Hmm. Creature's face was torn apart by a vulture.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it sounds like you aren't using the Gravedigger's shovel.
That is correct.
It's fast and it does good damage.
That's true.
Okay. As long as you're having fun.
I'm doing my best. Oh no.
Oh no. You know what? I'll go get my stuff back.
Oh. Oh no.
Did you die again?
Yes.
Ooh. Ooh, kill him. Ooh! I didn't see the ghost. Did that zombie just pick up my money? No. We need a bed so we can make it daytime.
Go get cobwebs, go get a loom, make silk. There you go.
I mean, that sounds like something that my husband should do.
I'm
Because he's a working man, apparently.
I'm trying.
Hello, Demon Eye. What difficulty is this on again?
Master mode.
Okay. Oh, hey, a star. I could get, some mana if I... Ooh, where to find more. Yeah, maybe I should go digging, try and find some ore. That way we can have some armor.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, I'm glad I came up with that.
Came up with that.
Yeah. I'm glad too. Got one of those.
We gotta fight for our right to breathe.
What if I don't like breathe?
I'm out of torches.
Tragic.
No, no, no! Leave me alone!
Anyways, I've got cactus armor.
Ah.
Party. Hi, a little squirrel. I'm sure that won't try and tear my face off. Squirrels are friendly.
Is it the blood moon?
Not as far as I can see.
Okay, then yeah, it won't rip your face off.
What?
Does being in dirty water give you blindness?
Mother slime? Hey, babe.
Yo, what's up?
I think you died.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, I'll find the stuff and things. Ow. It'd be cool if you could hold torches in your offhand so that you could always see during the dark.
Could get night vision potions.
I could.
Okay, I have the gel, I just don't have the foot. Alright. When morning comes by, a whole new beginning.
That's true.
We restart,
It's a whole new day.
a whole new day. Good positive attitude. Why were you in the corruption?
I wasn't. Does that look like corruption to you?
You know it's directly to the right of you?
Yeah, the corruption.
Yeah. Alright, me and you working together. We gotta go in the cave.
He says that we have to work together, yet he abandons me.
I have not abandoned you in any way. Alright. We gotta go in the cave. We gotta mine. Because this is the only cave we can access without going through the desert or the corruption. So we just gotta make the best of it. Hold on, here. Summon Abigail.
There you go.
Oh, good God.
Ow.
How did you get hit for more damage than I did?
Good question.
We are not on opposite sides of the map. She's standing right next to me. Lies and slander.
Lies and grandeur.
Gotta just... We
Potion
gotta
sweat
work...
hub, builder and wormhole. Okay.
Work this out. You know, like in High School Musical?
I've never seen High School Musical.
You gotta watch High School Musical.
I don't like musicals.
Oh.
What's up?
I think I just... Oh, you like musicals?
Not particularly. A crawdad?
Help! 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 Help me!
Help! Stop dying.
Wait, stop. Is it... Okay, it's gone.
Musicals do suck, though.
There are plenty of amazing musicals.
Name 5.
The Heathers, Little Shop of Horrors, Epic the Musical. I died, by the way. So there's a slime incoming.
Name 5 that aren't the most popular ones to ever exist.
Oh yeah, then I don't know. Hercules.
Hercules is not a musical.
That's what you think.
You're thinking of Heracles.
I don't know what that means, so I'll move on.
He asked me for help mining, and then he doesn't come to where I am.
I'm literally standing like 3 feet away from you.
500 feet, actually.
I died.
Greece was the best one I saw. Phantom of the Opera was okay too, I guess.
I hate Phantom of the Opera, and I'm not a big fan of Greece.
Yeah. Too much Grease.
But no, I just don't like the aesthetic.
Yeah, too much Grease.
Not.
It's not? Anyways. Let's see. Ooh, enchanted boomerang. That's gonna be better than a regular one. Oh, and it's strong. Love the aesthetic. Of course, Sky likes the biker punks.
There's nothing wrong with the aesthetic, I'm just not a fan. I do not be oscillating.
Anyways. Burger? But wait, it was 99 cents. Bunger. Oops.
I'm going to lose my bunger.
Likely story.
Summon your Abigail. Alright. Now we just gotta...
Fight for our right to party? What about our right to parlay?
Why is there clay and cactus in the...
Don't worry about it.
Why is there a cactus sword?
Oh, because I had a cactus sword. Senor Slash. Bunter Slouch. We going digging?
Yes, we have to keep trying to dig. Eventually it'll work.
Sword beats paper. Get one today.
12, 32, 48. Ooh.
Where did my money go?
Oh, you keep dying.
It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday.
Alright, let's go. Or, are you doing something?
Was just seeing what he had. He does have a mining helmet, but I can't afford it.
That is correct.
Ugh. I don't like that.
We just gotta make it longer than like a minute in a mine. Then we got this.
Just look out for the miners.
Uh-huh.
What? So after a long day of digging, a guy goes into a bar and he says, "We don't serve miners."
Hey, Pancake.
I love
That's a
pancake.
piranha.
How long were we in the mine for?
Listen.
Can you,
Not
like,
dead.
eat or drink something?
But I don't have anything.
I was going to dig here, because there's some, I think platinum?
Okay.
The nurse has arrived.
That doesn't help us.
Oh, it's lead. Yeah, I
Lead
can't
is-
tell all the different ores apart.
Lead is better than nothing.
I guess so, yeah. I'm gonna turn down the game volume a little bit.
Fair. Don't drown, please.
I'm working on it. Hello, nurse. I haven't played Skullgirls in a hot minute. I supported their original Kickstarter, and got the game, and I don't know how... It was on PS3, and my PS3 got stolen. And when I tried to play it again, I just wasn't that into it. I'm not really into the whole combo-based fighting game kind of thing.
What? Would you like to go into more detail about that?
I hate going into online matches and I just get 0 to death by a single combo because someone decided to play Painwheel, and they're just an incredibly broken character.
There's a worm.
Worm.
What are you doing, by the way?
Digging.
For what?
Good question.
Okay.
I don't have an answer. The mobile game is huge, but the console game seems dead. Fair. Well, I think it's also on PC, but I don't know if it's cross-platform. I know that there's a pretty decent, competitive scene, but, there's ore. But, no. Same brain.
True, I guess, yeah.
When you think about how true it is, you'll see that it's true.
So, effectively, it's not combos. You don't like 0 to deaths.
I also don't really like Street Fighter and Tekken, where you have to do, like, button combinations to do, you know, all of the different moves. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's say piranha.
Keep going. Hey, nurse.
Come on. I have found more stuff and things. Oh, shit! What is after me? Oh, the worm. Like, on worm. The one I'm waiting on is the League of Legends fighting game. Isn't that like a... I want to say turn-based, but I don't think it is. I've seen ads where it's like the penguin is ordering them around.
Compass.
Kind of sicko named it that.
The League of Legends fighting game where the penguin is ordering them around?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. I might be thinking of, Disgaea. There's no penguin in the fighting game. There was some sort of small creature that was, like, ordering them around, and I think they were, like, they looked like amiibos, and they put them on the board, and they just, like, came to life. Something like that.
I gotta admit, you do just say things.
I'm doing my best.
I agree.
Come out, fuck out the way.
Gary would never say that.
You don't know Gary like I do. Oh, what is this? Oh, nothing. Question for Anna, do you also have that weird urge to blurt out random bullshit for no particular reason? All the time! Every waking moment of my life.
Do you prefer one-on-one fighting games or team fighting games?
I think I like team fighting games. Do you mean like you pick multiple units to fight, or it's like you and other people fighting together? Either way, I like both.
Like Dragon Ball FighterZ, where you have 3 characters.
Yeah, I like that one.
There's...
The League of Legends fighting game is a typical 2D fighting game, but it's got the gimmick of you swap between 2 characters on the fly. Oh. I couldn't breathe. Oh, I think I got smushed by silt?
Yes.
Hello, nurse.
Alright, can you throw your ore in the chest?
Yeah. There you go.
Alright, let's see what we can do with this.
I do be schleimen. Fishing? Go fishing. I don't have any bait.
But go fishing, the nets, cobweb, and wood.
I had some cobweb.
Is it not just cobweb and wood?
Where's the cobweb?
The chest,
Soup.
Did not?
I think we have to find a loom.
That would make sense, yeah.
This guy sell a net? Yeah, he does. 22 silver.
How much you got?
0, but I have 4 fallen stars that I could sell.
That's true.
For 22 silver.
Where is...
Bugs.
We didn't get any tin? What did we get?
Joe?
That's so true. Alright, babe, come here.
I found stink bugs.
How
I can use them for fishing.
How much damage does your weapon do?
13. I've also got a boomerang for 17.
That's tungsten. Oh my. Babe.
Huh?
Come here.
Catching bugs.
Leave you.
Oh. Where'd it go? Oh, 14. Thank you, husband.
Trying my best.
I know you are. That's why I said thank you. Isn't there an option to auto swing?
No. That was a mod.
Auto fire. Yes, there is.
Nope.
You're just wrong.
It doesn't exist.
Don't kill the bugs!
Oh, by the way, if you break the rocks, A worm spawn, and those have the best. So
Worm!
be sure to get those.
What the fuck? What is your problem?
So be sure to get those.
I'm going to kill you. He hates me.
I forgot there's corruption over there. We gotta go back in the mine.
Go we back in my mind.
Got our big X-Wing in.
Are we able to make a hook or a chain so that we can
need
make a grapple?
Gems.
We have amethyst.
Do we have like 20 of it?
No.
Then we can't make a hook. We have 7 amethyst and 10 sapphire. I thought it was 10. Is it 12?
Take them over to the guide and find out.
Huh, I guess we'll never know.
I
Alright.
I hate you.
We're going mining.
I don't mind if I do. What is your major malfunction, freak chore? You're just gonna ignore them?
We gotta call Ricky, don't we?
Yeah, in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
He said the thing to show his model made his computer lag the fuck out, so... Ooh, you can make a sapphire robe? But you have to have a robe. Sapphire hook. Oh, it's just 15.
15, okay. So we need 30 gems.
Ooh, blue face blade.
Every step of progress is closer to not dying every 10 seconds.
That's true.
We have to fight.
The wall. Wow.
No, 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 no! You won't take me alive!
Have you considered not dying?
Oh my god, oh, I can fight back. I could see a future.
I got a slime staff.
I'm happy for you.
And it's a celestial grade.
That's good.
Plus 12% damage, minus 11% speed, minus
Oh.
mana cost, and minus knockback.
My goodness.
Yeah? Why can't I pet my slime? Ooh. Oh, come back! Ow!
Oh no. No, no, no. No, no, no.
Fuck. Fine.
Oh.
If I can't have you, no one will.
What are you talking about?
Dragonflies. Oh hey, the zoologist has appeared. Get him, my slime. We doing damage.
Hey, Flash.
Hello, Flash.
Hey, Sky. Hey,
Hello,
Ren.
Sky. Hello, Ren. Hello, Pancake. What if there was a fighting game where instead of fighting, you give hugs to each other?
I think that's called a dating sim.
Hugs, not drugs. Oh,
Pretty sure that's a dating sim.
I believe you. We making progress.
Oh my goodness.
My bones.
There's like 4 zombies in the way. I'm trying to catch up to my wife so that I can't be accused of abandoning her.
Abandoned.
But she keeps walking forward. Ah.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm trying to find the pyramid.
And if there isn't one on this world,
I will cry.
okay.
Hey, bud.
Can I borrow your slime stuff?
I don't know, can you?
Okay.
Give it back.
I think so.
Give me back my slime stuff. Thank you. Baby slime. There is a fighting game where you hurl insults at people?
Yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom, you play as
Phoenix, right?
Phoenix Wright, yeah. You make a case so good they fall over and die. It's easy.
That's true. You place them at the scene of the murder.
You missed the rope, by the way.
I did miss the rope.
Ooh. Well.
I was thinking more of, oh, Sir Insult Simulator, but yeah, that one checks out. That's true. It checks out.
No, no! A worm pushed me off a ledge, and then a bat hit me, so it pushed me back onto the wall so I didn't take fall damage. The worm came back, pushed me off again, and then I hit the ground.
Damn. Oh. I'm out of mushrooms,
Okay.
so I don't have a way to heal.
Well, you know what helps with healing?
Mm.
Not taking damage in the first place.
True. How did that work out for you, by the way?
And you know what helps with that? Armor.
I'm
So
wearing
let's go
armor.
mining.
Mining away. Japanese lawyer yells at some superhero for 10 minutes, then dies.
Phoenix Wright Japanese?
Yeah.
Oh. No.
It's a graveyard here.
Well, I just removed a stone, so I know it's not.
It takes removing more than one.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Whoever keeps dying here should probably not do that.
True.
I don't think there's enough.
Get out of here. Get out of there. Isn't the slime stuff like a super low drop chance?
Yes.
Hmm. What you're saying is I'm pretty cool.
Yes. But that has nothing to do with the slime stuff.
Woohoo! He dropped right on top of me and killed me.
It throws a rock for 80 damage. It's a graveyard again.
You're fired.
Alright.
Looks like Ricky T-Bones is ready.
Thank God.
You're welcome. Hello? Oh, are my ears malfunctioning?
Howdy.
Hello. Oh, there you
No,
are.
your ears all malfunctioning. I was just muted.
Oh, okay. How are you doing? All fine. Wednesday morning.
As good as I can be.
Mm-hmm.
It is Wednesday.
Let's see.
That's not my interview questions. That's the tier list of all of the races in Blood Bowl 2.
Oh.
Haha.
Oh, I need to get the gif of you in the maid dress for hanging from the ceiling.
You could do that, yeah.
I'm going to do that.
That's fair.
Let's see.
Oh, what does Skylar say? What are my lines?
What?
Yeah, I know who you are. And then
He
Skylar
told me
White,
everything. The fuck? Save image. How are you on swearing, by the way? On cell
Perfectly
phones?
fine with it.
Okay.
Do forgive any background noise you might hear. I do have a roommate, and he is awake.
Oh, you're good.
My name is
Let's
Skylar
see.
White, yo. My husband is Walter White, yo. Uh huh. He told me everything.
Sorry about facing away from you on screen.
It's fine. It could be moved.
I think I can flip it. I'm gonna.
Yeah. The scars would be on the incorrect side, but for the sake of stage play, I'm fine with it.
Okay. Flip.
No!
There we go. I think I just need to go to the Fugi Tech website and just get your Fugi. I think that's something I can do.
I can send you the link real quick.
I'm on the Fugi Tech website.
That should be mine.
Told me everything.
He's still going. Go. That. Fugies.
Heyo, Sky, what's good? Also, hello everybody in chat. I haven't. Let's see. Some British dude. Hello, Pancake. Heyo. Ren, howdy.
Go and.
Of course, Flash. Always happy to see you.
We love Flash. Oh, that might be a little too big. How tall are you as a Monsieur Skeleton?
Well, it's in line with IRL, so 5'6" ish.
Okay.
Not very tall for an average amigo.
So I'm just a smidge taller than you.
Probably, yes.
So let's.
I'm about 2 foot, so I'm kind of killing it.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just hard being in a world full of giants like you.
Alright, I have shimmied over a little bit. I guess I could move myself back a smidge. Yeah. So we've got Ricky T-Bones.
This is 21, isn't it?
Excellent question. Seems like something that my manager should know.
Oh no. This is episode 22.
20.
Not to play backseat manager, but I don't see any posts on socials I can repost.
Oh, yeah, let me do that. Twitter, Blue Sky.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I
Take your
usually have
time,
that
take
ready
your
to
time.
go.
You were too busy losing in Terraria.
I was watching. That looked painful.
He decided that he wanted to play in Master Mode.
Look, all we have to do is get ore, make armor, and we're fine. I have a good sword now, so I can kill things in like 2 or 3 hits. Now I just need to
Okay,
not
but
die.
how do you extract the ore if you're dead on the way there?
That's the beauty of it. We don't drop inventory. We just go and die and repeat, just like that one movie.
Okay, so that really does sound masochistic when you put it like that.
No, 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 no. Totally different.
There we go. I got you.
Yeah. It sounds like a fighting game to me, which is why I call it masochistic.
Fighting games are to me. The only good fighting game is Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4.
Interesting choice.
Listen, I used to play Pain, alright? I was pretty bad at the game, but I hate Universal Pull, and you know, sometimes it just works out.
Researchers train mice to choose between life-saving medications and other essentials. Poor things.
You gave the mice cancer?
Oh, like when you gave me cancer? Alright. And that is posted on Twitter and Bluesky.
Excellent. I see him now. All right.
That. Do a little bit of cleaning. And I've got this ready to go. So, if you are ready to go, if Creature is ready to go, I'm ready to go.
Very good.
All set.
All right.
Alright, then in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Anna Delman podcast.
Episode 22.
Today we have the wonderful Ricky T. Bones. He is a skeleton detective, I believe.
Correct.
Go ahead and introduce yourself. Give us a little background.
Howdy, howdy. Name's Ricky T. Bones, Detective Ricky T. Bones, proprietor of Hotel Calaveras and the only detective in Gehenna. I specialize in retro games, fighting games, and a lot of games, actually. I don't really have a genre preference. It's more the better question would be to ask, what don't I play? And it's pretty much just 4X and RTS.
All right.
But yeah, I also
Um,
do music occasionally.
Let's see. Do you have any preferred pronouns?
He, him.
All right. And do you have a favorite color as well?
You would be surprised to know I will say red for thematic reasons, but my favorite color is actually green.
Okay. And this is a bit of a weird question. Do you have a favorite font?
Ooh. Yes, but it might be one you don't have.
I can easily get it while Creature reads other questions.
It's Times New
Uh,
Roman. It's always Times New Roman. It's the best font.
No, it's actually not. It's a custom font I've been using for a while.
Oh.
Limelight.
The Limelight font.
Limelight font.
It's very old Art Deco-y, very classy.
Let me see if I have that.
I think it's called Limelight.
I do not, so I will download that right now.
So, what age rating do you shoot for with your streams?
PG-13-ish. Obviously, I play all sorts of stuff, but I try to keep it general audiences.
Fair, fair.
Respectable.
Would you say that PG-13 entails like one swear word or stream, or?
Oh, the swear words are hard to control.
That's fair.
It's more like the 80s, 90s PG-13 rather than today's version of it, where it's like okay with kids.
Alright.
Very, very loose PG-13, but I just try to. I'm adverse to sexual humor and a lot of just unfiltered nonsense. I
Fair.
appreciate those who rock it, but it's just not in my wheelhouse.
Fair, fair. And how old would you say you are?
Oh, let's see. Lore-wise, I believe I'm 25 alive, 4 years dead,
Only
but
4 years
IRL
dead?
28.
He's just a baby. There we go. I
Yeah.
found the font.
Yeah. See, I don't see. I control my own candor on stream, but whenever I invite anybody else, it will be whatever everybody else feels like. I don't give a damn, and I don't want to impose.
Fair, fair. So, were you a detective while alive, or was that a after posthumous thing?
Post-mortem.
Yeah, post-mortem actually. So the story goes as follows. In life, I was a suit salesman and a musician part-time. When I decided to quit my job, and pursue music full time, I kind of got bookended by a moving truck on the way out of my job. So I landed in the underworld. I ended up being a skeleton with a passion for other things skeleton and music. So I find a quiet music studio to live out of in Gehenna. From there, I continued to work as just kind of a musician slash deadbeat. And then a package showed up at my door. It may or may not have been laced with C4. And Gehenna's overlords, aka the Reapers, decided, maybe we should do something about this rampant demon crime or devil crime, whoever's behind us stuff. So let's make this random skeleton a detective. Tell him to do it because he seems like he's got a good skull on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And so now Hotel Calaveras is my part-time job. I run it to keep myself undercover. And then on the side, I am a detective making sure that the people of Gehenna stay nice and civil.
All right.
A career man.
A career man. Very respectable.
Yeah.
When did you start streaming and why?
Ooh, that's a fun question. I have to double check, but I feel like 2022, 23. I'm gonna go double check my actual oldest stream because it is. Oh my god, yes. So I tried streaming 3 years ago. Okay, August 6th, and then I did it consistently starting. Let's see, September 16th. Yeah, 2022. So yeah, it's been about almost 3 years.
Okay.
And obviously, I've not always been Ricky T. Bones. I started out as Cupo Joe, a musician and gamer, and then moved on to Ricky T. Bones after a was it April Fool's joke or was it my birthday? It was my birthday. That's right. For my own birthday, I decided to debut as a VTuber using a free model, and the rest is history.
Well, hey, sometimes you just do what you gotta do. So why did you start streaming?
Well, let's see.
Were you a COVID streamer?
No, I was
Oh.
actually jobless well before COVID.
Okay.
Let's see. Yes, I was jobless well before COVID. I had some wonderful life experiences working for a job that didn't care about its employees and shoved me a square peg into a round hole, and I kind of broke. So streaming was a way to come out of my shell, but I also had an ulterior motive. I wanted to be a corporate VTuber because I had been watching a lot of Calliope Mori at the time.
Okay.
But I didn't know a damn thing about streaming, so I just said, you know what? I've got some leftover money. I've got a job again. I can put some money into this, and I feel like I can make a go of it. So I just started streaming to learn how to be a good entertainer and continue plugging in application after application until after a while it was more like I'm happy doing this rather than just doing it to work for somebody else. It was also a good way to fill in the time between music uploads.
Mm-hmm.
Music uploads. You're a musician?
Yep, I've got several published works, some film score actually, and I do have my own self-produced stream BGM.
Oh.
And I'm working on more of it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm looking at your channel right now. You do seem to have a lot of remixes.
Yep, SNES remixes used to be my bread and butter as Cupo Joe, the pixel skeleton. My best work from that era was Mick Gordon remixes from Killer Instinct. And then I also did I did one A Hat in Time stuff, which I did actually get followed by Pascal Michael Stiefel for that. That was pretty cool. the composer for Hat in Time. And since then, I've only done maybe a couple more pieces, just some for fun, some for stream BGM purposes. But it's been a while since I've done any SNES remixes. I kind of lean towards what I can do with guitar and bass, and what I can do with my orchestral library.
Mm-hmm. And so what made you pick the name Ricky T. Bones for your re-debut?
Ooh, that has a long story to it too. So a long time ago, before I started streaming as Cupo Joe, I put out a song called Ricky T. Bones' Office. Ricky T. Bones originally started as a gimmick character because I used to do themes for characters that didn't exist, and Ricky was one of them. A sarcastic, barely cares detective working for the citizens of the underworld. It was very sarcastic, very dry, and then he evolved into a persona on my Mutant Football League streams. Same dry attitude. But I like the name so much because it was so unique and a pun, which is perfect for VTubers these days. So I decided, you know what? I like that name so much. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna make him this deadbeat's name, and we'll move on from there. And the name has just been resounding with everybody because everybody gets a good chuckle out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the whole story behind the name.
Were there any inspirations for your content?
So definitely Hololive VTubers, Calliope Mori in particular, would just show me like you can be a dumbass with a southern accent and still get around pretty okay. Or just play everything you enjoy, like Dark Souls, retro games, etc. But for me, my let's see, my content, pretty much the way I decide what I stream is just based on what I want to do. Extracurricular content I have not been able to do as much, but my streaming style, it definitely stems from that feeling I had back when I used to hang out at my cousin's place and play Halo. It needs to be a good time. You need to relax, jabber on with folks in the chat, and be a good host. Most importantly, be a good host. As for the technical side of things, I think VTubing takes a lot from voice acting. So learning how to project my voice, learning how to be clear about what I'm saying, and being good with improv, especially. Like I love to take bits from chat or run with running gags and just continue to run with it, and see how many jokes I can pull out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So a bit of a jester, a bit of an entertainer, and a good host. That's the Ricky style of life.
All right.
Do you prefer to think of yourself as kind of an animation come to life? Speaking on what you just said, do you prefer to think of yourself as an animation come to life, or do you view yourself as like a streamer who's trying to take more from voice acting in order to better play, yourself as a character?
I would say an animation come to life, more of a representation of myself. Kind of like how a luchador can wear a mask and become much more than he can wear a mask and be better represented as a entertainer rather than if I was just a person. Like there's the old thing of the Andy Griffith Show. It's an old show run with Andy Griffith as a star, but he's called Andy Taylor in the series. So he still gets to play himself, but an idealized version of himself with a badge, with a sheriff's outfit, with a candor that says, Oh, it's fine. We'll get through this somehow. But it's all written, it's all scripted. You wouldn't imagine that it's all well structured. It just plays it off naturally, so it's animation come to life. And then the hardest part about this is convincing you that I'm this skeleton, because it took a lot of work to get here.
Fair. How did you meet Anna?
Definitely through GP, Glitch Phantom. I got to know Anna through watching her stream with Phantom, like in Fortnite or so. I haven't been able to catch streams because you do stream when I'm normally working on projects, but I've got a good gist of what you're like, Anna.
I appreciate the support nonetheless.
Quite welcome.
So we got an idea of why you stream and how you like to stream, or why you started streaming. Why do you continue to stream? What about it keeps pulling you back every time?
Ooh, that's a fun one. Realistically, it's maybe 2 or 3 reasons. One selfish, one selfless. I don't know the third one just yet, but I'll get to it. Selfish, because a lot of my life I have spent as the quiet kid, not interacting with many people, not having the guts to interact with many people. And streaming is a way for me to connect to people around the world while still being able to preserve that space away, in a manner of speaking. But it is nice to have people to talk to while I'm enjoying my favorite games. Selfless, and this is the reason I keep going, is because I realize that I'm now a highlight of everybody's evenings, you know. I get to do the old saying that the best medicine is laughter, and if I can bring that medicine while not being a medically registered doctor, that's pretty damn cool. That I get to be a nice light in people's lives, even if it's just a way to get away from the day's worries. And I guess the third reason now is that I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep to stop at this point, and I want to keep going, you know? Streaming may be a distraction from my work as a musician, but I enjoy it too much to quit now.
All right. What is the future of your content? Do you have any, like, big plans in store? Or is it just keep going?
Right now, I did have a bunch of big moments and big goals I reached, like joining with vLympia, participating in that. That was my big event. But future plans are more music, more music, please. It's been 8 months. I need to put out something different. I had a outfit analysis that I never got to finish because I got interrupted rudely by life. And I do want to do more specialty streams like that, like being able to use my skill set as a ex-suit salesman or as a musician looking at stuff. But realistically, it's just have a good time, figure out more creative comedic bits. Like I've got one in the works that I can't share just yet, but it may come about it someday. Maybe an April Fool's joke, I don't know. But I enjoy putting together stuff that is complex. I just don't have the time for it. So yeah, future plans, more music, more complex forms of entertainment, and one day monetization. That's what's in the future. It's just being able to put more money into this.
Well, you're pretty close, so...
I know. It's kind of crazy. I guess either the videos are popping off or more people are finding me now that I've been streaming at odder times. I don't know.
From the little time I've spent with you, I can definitely see why people are sticking to you.
Aw, much obliged for the compliment.
All right, now that I've been nice to you, it's time to fully take over this podcast. We've come to that point in the episode where I have to do my 7-minute bit that is only going to get longer the longer that this goes on. I have a
All right, I'm a
question
bit
that I
player.
fully believe is the most important on the list that we have in front of us, and it's, are you community minded? Now, this question has evolved a
Ooh.
lot, and in order to get the best answer that I can from you, I'm going to go over the answers that our previous guests have given so that you can like better think about or explore the question as a concept, so
Okay.
our first guest is Sacred's Hearts. Community mindedness is basically the main reason why they started streaming in the first place. They want their streams and their Discord to be this a safest place possible so that people can feel free
Mm.
from the burdens of real life or any form of bigotry or hatred that they deal with on a macro or a minor scale. Tony the Pinguino views community mindedness in a way of they don't want to be controlled by their community in a way that makes them dependent on them for content. They want to stream the same
Mm-hmm.
way they would for one person as they would for 1,000 people. They enjoy the community being there, but they don't want to rely on it too much. Sky
Hmm.
views community as the way that like a lead singer views backup dancers. The content is good because Sky is the one making it, but it's always going to have that extra panache when you can look in the background and see those dancers hitting it. Um, Glitch really enjoys having the community that she does, but she also enjoys the concept of there being a line between content creator, the content they put out, and then the community that's looking at it. So they do enjoy putting that line in there. And because of the
Mm-hmm.
fact that they're such an amazing artist and creator, they're also selling their art that they make. So that line
Mm.
being there is really nice. T Bonnie, not yet streaming, but I believe what they want their community to be when they start is a very like tight knit, being able to interact with your community in ways of like just hanging out in your Discord after a stream or something. Um,
Mm.
Barden wants their community to be happy. They want their community to enjoy the content and they want to be able to enjoy the community. They don't really want to put big labels on anything. They just want everyone to be happy. Anna Delna agrees with Glitched Phantom, but not all the way, because Anna wants the ability to go into the Discord and talk to people and try to make friends with community, but she absolutely understands the necessity of there being a line between the content creator and the community. Droppy, in a similar way of Anna, of wanting to be able to make friends with the community, also understanding that there's a line that has to be there. But Droplet is far more on the side of making friends with your community than she is on the side of putting a line there. Succulents loves their community, really has fun with it. Another person who doesn't really want to put a big label on it is just kind of having fun with it and seeing where it goes.
Mm.
Uh, Oh God, I forgot how to say
Zane.
her name. Zane. For some reason, I was thinking Lance. That's so mean of me. Oh
Oh,
no,
wow.
I'm so sorry. Zane, Zane, you're one of the people who didn't really have an answer to the question, but I explained it after you gave an answer and you agreed with me on the concept of you like your community to be like effectively you want to be a chef in the kitchen, and then the VTubers that you work with are like the servers of the content that you create. And then you want the people who are viewing your content to be the eaters of the food that you make. And so then you can have the VTubers get in the middle and like give you the feedback from the community. And then you have that nice way of always reviewing the content that you're making, and then being able to improve the content that you're making so that you can like continuously have that flow of feedback, better content, and then over and over
Hmm.
again. Because Zane does like stream with other people, but the main thing that they love to do is edit. So their like ties with a community are different sort of than um, a VTuber would be. So
Hmm.
now we come to you, our most wonderful guest. What are your views on community and how do you want to form yours?
So, my community is relatively small and tight knit because what I what the atmosphere I kind of strive to make is one of pop in and pop out, stop by the bar and talk to the bartender, you know. It's kind of where Hotel Calaveras comes from, the running bit I've got. That's what I call my community, is Hotel Calaveras. You've got a room here. So long as you're nice and polite, you keep tidy, you're more than welcome to stop on by and check out the proprietor's office. But that door can and will close when I need it to. So it's, for me, my community is meant to be a place to relax, to not worry about what's going on outside. It is 3 a.m. and you're playing Halo pubs with your buddies. And my most important thing for me as a streamer is the back and forth, knowing the people I'm working with, because I really enjoy having a community that I can bounce off of. You know, like, I can name people right off of the top of my head and tell you fun facts about them. So I enjoy understanding about different people. That's my community, but in my head as a structure, I want my community to feel like they can come in and be themselves, or their roleplay persona, which a lot of them are. A lot of dead people in my chat for some reason. There's a talking eyeball, there's a talking ghost, there's a shape-shifting fighting game character selection screen, X fighting game character selection screen. But most importantly, I want to be, I kind of like that old feeling from way back when, where you didn't really get to have a one-for-one connection to the entertainer. They got up on stage, they did their bits of their personality came out here and there, and then when they sat down for interviews, that's when you really got to know them. So whenever I'm streaming, I'm focusing on giving a good time, and I remember who the people are in my audience. But it's rare, like the only time is just chatting streams where I get to really show who I am. So it's rare I'm ever in the interview spot. I'm more in the, you're sitting down next to me, you're watching the game I'm playing, and we're here to just have a good time. And of course, I'm gonna be dog shit at what I'm playing, but that's not the point. I'm here to just yap on and be a good host. So, it's basically, for me, community is, you get to come into my house for 2 hours at a time and hang out. We get to play a game, maybe together, maybe you just watch, and I make you laugh. I make you worry about what you're doing. It's like I said, it's like the dive bar aspect. You go there to have a good time at this time of the week, 3 times a week, and it costs nothing. That's what my community is to me. And I think I'm very bad at community-oriented stuff, personally. Like, my Discord server is a ghost town, but it's also got very few people in it. And we're all generally chill and semi-lurkers. Like, I'm an ex-lurker myself, so I get it. I get it. Not everybody wants to be socializing all the time. So it's more of an information pipeline. And I'm okay with that.
So
I do intend to do more community-oriented stuff, because I did get a proper monitor for my Switch, so now I can actually enjoy stuff.
So as you know, I'm going to be explaining this to every other guest we ever have on here, which means I have to cement the idea in my head. So it's got to be a nice little ball. And so what I'm getting from you is you have 2 different answers to this question. You like it that when people can come into your channel and view your content, you want it to feel like an old-timey hotel in the middle of a desert, so that when people see it, they can go, oh my god, finally, Oasis. And when they come into the hotel, they'll have the nice air conditioning, they'll be able to get some water, they'll feel very calmed down, cool, and collected. and you want to be in that hotel, effectively sitting on the stage up front that everyone can go, all right, when is the big show gonna be happening? And so you can sit down on there and you can either be doing stand up, you can be playing your instrument, you could be putting on the best performance of your life, or it could be a little bit more chill and it's just all of you watching you play a game on the big screen in front of everyone while they're sitting on the pews behind you.
Couldn't have summed it up better myself.
Absolutely. And of course,
Yeah.
you do want to, like, you're trying your best to get to where, like, you're lowering the stage a little bit and you're able to sit in the circle with your community and be able to talk to them more, but you just don't really know how to get to that point at this very moment.
Yeah, it's some leftover stuff from being mistrustful a lot of my life.
Mhm.
I have a very
Perfectly
bad
fair.
problem with keeping people at arm's length.
Perfectly fair.
I did snag the link to your Discord if you'd like me to put it in chat for other people to join if they're interested. I understand if you want to have people
Yeah.
find it of their own volition, but
Yeah, no, of course, of course. The idea, so this is actually an unspoken rule about Hotel Calaveras, the server. I've made it a personal rule that after inviting a small amount of people just to populate it, and some of my friends, closer friends, longtime friends, the way you get into Hotel Calaveras is letting yourself in, just like any other hotel. So I don't always show it. I do have the links out there, and anyone is welcome to come on in.
okay.
So yeah.
You're free to enter, but you may never leave, that sort of thing.
Oh no. I will never say that. It's not Hotel California, it's Hotel Calaveras.
Okay. I just wanted to be funny.
Strange it didn't link. Huh.
I gotta do the HTTPS blah blah blah.
But yeah,
There it is.
there we go.
Alright.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we know that you call your community, like, as a whole, the hotel, but do you have a specific name for your chat, or do you just call them yes?
I call them by name, actually. On purpose. You know, whenever I don't ever refer to them as chat if I can help it. Because I really value the individuality of every person who walks in. Like, I've got one who I've tried to speed run Mega Man X to. We have a long history, him and I. At least I think. One who's just always supporting from the shadows. That's Mimi C's. Ryan is the Mega Man X fanatic. He got me into Shovel Knight too. Really, like, into completing the entire Shovel Knight series, and we've had a long rapport. I don't remember what character select's name at this point is. It used to be Slayer, but a big fighting game nerd. And I met Frankie Bagman, my best friend, through chat. He just showed up for one Idle Showdown stream, a Whole Life fighting game. And after that, I was like, hey, Frankie, you want to fight off stream? And that's how our bond was forged with violence.
It's always how it goes.
We do love violence.
So, yeah, I try to never refer to chat as chat. I always call everybody by their name, and I try to treat them like individuals as best as I can.
Mhm.
You know, the only time I'll ever use chat will be when it's like 100 people in chat and I cannot call them by name. But I will do my best to treat everybody like an individual, because I know there's a story behind every name.
Absolutely. I call my chat the rats, but when I'm talking to people, I call them by their individual name. It's a respect thing for me, at least. But
Yeah,
as a
I
collective,
only
like when I
use-
raid people, I'll say, "Oh, hey, it's a rat raid."
Yeah, I only use Hotel Calaveras for like official posts and such.
Mm-hmm.
Or general, that's the generalized term I use, but that refers to the entire community, not chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for raids, it's been a long while since we did one. We used to be on Twitch and we did them all the time, but it's just Bone Rush.
Ooh. Oh,
I
okay.
feel like that's a Pokemon name somewhere.
I think it's a move name, yeah. Do you have a favorite memory from streaming?
Ooh. Let's see, it's been almost 3 years. It's hard to pick out one in particular, but I can name one off the top of my head, but it's probably not my favorite. Speaking of Idol Showdown, a long time ago, so there's been 3 eras of me. There's been Capo Joe the Pixel Skeleton, there's been Ricky T. Bones the Deadbeat, and then there's been Detective Ricky T. Bones. And when I streamed Idol Showdown 2 separate times, the same dev popped into my chat. Master Johnald, when I was a deadbeat, popped in when I was playing with the Ina update, with Frankie. And then when I was playing, what was it, with... God, who was the most recently released character? I don't remember off the top of my head, but I was playing another update of Ollie, that's right. Ollie was the first one, and then I forget what the second character I played as was, but I played it again, and Master Johnald showed up in the same chat as the Idol Showdown channel, and he was like, "Wait a minute, you're that guy without a jawbone from a year ago. Hey, how's it going, buddy?" Such a glorious moment.
That's awesome.
But that one sticks out in my head. All the karaoke's I always remember because I feel like I could have done better. But I can remember the growth over all the karaoke's I've done. I think I've done 9, but they're now all privated, sadly. Singing like that, it always sticks with me because I learn so much every time. But I don't know. It's hard to think about memorable moments when you just play games all the time. You know? Game series end, game series starts. You know, you have those moments, but the reason I stay on YouTube is because I want to keep those moments nice and locked up. That's why I don't like Twitch as much these days.
For sure.
I've been very anti-VOD.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I stream on YouTube, is just because it keeps the VODs and it's easy to like download it and make shorts out of it. So, with that in mind, do you have a least favorite memory from streaming? If you're, okay with sharing it, of course.
That would be recent and possibly far off. So recently I tried to do a chess stream against viewers, and oh boy, it went all right. I kept my cool, but I had some chess masters troll me live on stream. That was fun. That wasn't great. That didn't feel great, but hey, it is what it is. I learned a lot from them. Shortly getting knocked out in the tournament I was playing in. Anyway, it's fine. But other times, I don't think it's been really hard to think of times where it's been a sour mood. Like, I make it a point never to go on stream with a chip on my shoulder, if I can help it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been very few bad moments on stream, and I think that's definitely because of my community. And I appreciate every day I get to hang out with those goobers, and they're so nice. They lovingly bully me, but they're so nice. And they're very civil, and I very much like to say I'm definitely a big cause of that. Just the way I handle myself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the only one I can think of. Like, the only other times would be like when games don't work, or when my internet was giving me hell a couple months ago. But aside from that, no, there's been no real like chat versus streamer spats or really, really bad moments on stream. and I'm very grateful, and I hope it stays that way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Is there a difference for you between games that are fun to play and games that are fun to stream?
Yes, absolutely yes. So games that are fun to stream have to be understandable to an extent, or you have to explain them. Games that are fun to play by yourself are ones where you're supposed to take the time to understand what the game wants to tell you. Like, for example, I feel like I could have played it on stream, but it was full of like really mature content. I don't know if people would feel comfortable watching. I played a game off stream called Always Sometimes Monsters. And it's a story-based grungy game where you are playing as a writer who is trying to get to a wedding of your ex-girlfriend. And you were initially going to be like this hit writer. You were going to have a book deal, but life fell apart, and now you're down on your luck, barely any money in your checking account, and your landlord's about to throw you out. So it's a zero to a finale kind of game. And it takes all sorts of twists and turns. You go from like picking up odd jobs, trying to report on certain things, saving a man from killing himself, running into moral questions, winning races. You go all sorts of places, and it all takes into account why you did it. And you write down every little episode of yourself on your book that you're going to publish. It's a paraphrased biopic, and you write the story, and you get all sorts of crazy shit. But it would have been so hard to keep a lighthearted attitude about it because it's so serious. So I would never have streamed that game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the game dictates whether or not it can be streamed, because there are some games where, like, in a sense, and I am going to stream this at some point, Metroid Prime is all about exploring an unknown world on your own. You are alone on the world. And the atmosphere of the game, the music, the foliage, the fauna, you can scan everything and read about it. It begs you, slow down, smell the flowers, take a look at all the creatures around you. It's a living, breathing world, and you're allowed to go at your own pace.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really but for me specifically, my criteria for a game that can be streamed has to be, is everybody gonna be okay? Is there too much shock value with this? Like, Yakuza is probably is a series I love. I played Yakuza 0 start to finish, and I loved every second of it. But I would never be comfortable streaming it because it's just, I would have to explain exactly what a dominatrix is. I would have to explain why people are wrestling in bikinis. I would have to explain Mr. Libido. There's a whole lot I don't feel comfortable trying to bring on stream, but I know a lot of people do enjoy that game and stream it.
Mm-hmm.
I respect them. I respect them highly for being bold enough to. But for me, it has to be, I can explain what's going on stream. It's entertaining to watch, and it's good for me to bounce off of. Like, visual novels are easy for me to do because I enjoy voice acting them. Whereas most people, it would be like, maybe they would read a couple of things. The hardest part about visual novels is that you do have to narrate them in some fashion. You just can't like expect people to read it as fast as you.
Mm-hmm.
And that does kind of piss me off when I see people doing that. Like, but I don't backseat other streamers. But I'm trying to think of an example of a game that is not a good stream game for me. I'm trying to think.
Have you played any RTSs on stream?
No, and I might. I have the Warhammer 40k RTSs on backup.
Which Dawn of
but
War
the
is your
only-
favorite?
I don't have one because I haven't played them yet. The only RTS I've actually played is a long time ago. My brother Cake Station got into Total War Shogun 2
Oh, yeah.
and roped me into playing with him. And I didn't understand a shit ton of it. So I'm not good at RTSs. I'm not good at big picture stuff like that. But Warhammer calls to me. Warhammer 40k calls to me, so that might be a stream in the future.
All I've got to say is Warhammer or Dawn of War 1 is the greatest RTS ever made. Warhammer 2 is an okay squad-based game where you don't worry about building buildings. You just kind of upgrade your base and make better units. And then Warhammer 3 or Dawn of War 3 never happened.
That bad, huh?
That bad.
He really likes Warhammer.
Nice.
Total
the Emperor,
War,
brother.
For Total War is it looks so cool, but number one, it's fantasy, which I never really looked into that much until like last year, and then as you said, it's a really big picture that I'm just not that used to looking at.
Yeah, it is tough. An RTS is full of meta, which is one thing I absolutely hate. I hate metagaming.
Mm-hmm.
I know it gets you the victory, but I dislike it all that much.
Listen, all I have to say is there's a difference between winning the game and your opponents losing the game. Like, if they just throw themselves at your walls and die, you didn't win, your opponent lost. And I view playing meta in a similar way of like, do you have fun playing the game because you won, or did you have fun playing the game because you enjoyed the gameplay loop of what you were doing? I am lucky enough to be one of the people who just enjoys the loop. So in pretty much anything I do, I'm never going to pick the best thing unless it has the playstyle I like. If I lose, I lose. But let me tell you, I'm having a great time doing it.
I have the unfortunate curse that I pick characters based off of vibes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's the way
It has
goes.
gotten me... Yeah, like, that is why I gravitate towards grapplers.
Grapplers in what game? I saw some Killer
yes.
Instinct.
Yes, and yes. I play Potemkin, I play King, I play Zangief, I play... what is it? I play Suisei, for that matter, recently. If you name a fighting game and it's got a grappler, that's probably one character I'm interested in.
Did you
And
play
Bowser.
Injustice?
I have Injustice 2 purely for the turtles. I play Raph.
I was curious
and
about if there was a
that
grappler
game
or
runs
not.
like dog shit on my PC, so it's never going to be streamed.
Fair. All I
have
can
a
think
long
about
history.
is Injustice 1 and just watching someone try to get through the Deathstroke zoning.
Ooh,
That's all I
zoners
can
are
think
also
about.
zoners are also a forbidden fruit I enjoy once in a while. I play JP in Street Fighter 6, and everybody hates me for it.
As long as you're enjoying yourself, that's all you can hope for.
And looking fly as hell.
That's true. You do have to think about the cosmetics.
Yeah.
All right, another question that I have to give explanation for because I think I'm more funny than I am. How do you feel about streamer bait games? Now, this question, caveats. I'm not talking about Among Us. I'm talking about the games that come out because Among Us is popular. Some of them do well, some of them don't.
So the title for this has changed recently into Friend Slop, right?
Friend slop? I'm changing the name
Yeah.
of the question. All right.
Yeah, it's turned in. It recently coined by Russian Badger, popularized by Russian Badger. They call them friend slop games now, where it is dumb fun with friends, possibly death involved. I think they're fine. I think any vessel that lets you engage with your friends closer, like proximity voice chat, is a must. You know, getting to co-op something is really fun. You know, I used to struggle to find games to play with friends all the time back in the day when I trolled through Mumble and lived on the internet. but I think those games are more than fine. If you can have fun with friends, if you and the friends are the main reason that experience, that entertainment is fun, those games are doing a great job of facilitating it.
But have you seen or played Content Warning?
Yeah, I actually own it.
Was
I played
was it like fun to play like the game itself and not just shitting on it with friends?
Would it be fun solo is the question you're asking.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, because the gameplay loop is terribly boring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a case-by-case basis. Like, let's see. Obviously, Among Us wouldn't be fun without friends.
Oh yeah.
Repo would be painful.
Well, like, when it comes to those games where you have to have people, the question goes from would it be fun alone to would it be fun playing with random people who aren't really talking to you?
Ooh,
Like,
in that
hugging
case,
Among Us, would that be fun?
no,
Yeah.
no, I don't typically like social deduction games or social games like that without people I know.
Fair.
It's got to be with friends for those type of games with me.
All right. Well,
And I will say though, I'm not great with horror.
that's fair.
That is very fair. I used to play some horror games, but it got to be too much. Started hurting my chest. But also I have a heart condition, so...
Yeah, I feel that.
All right, and here's another question specifically designed for me. Were you a part of any fandoms?
Oh, gee, maybe.
Were you a Tumblr person?
Definitely not Tumblr.
I'm gonna find one person one day. Someone's gonna be brain broken in the same way I am.
Not here, amigo. I lived around Tumblrites, I can tell you that. My friends were mega into Homestuck back in the day.
Everyone's into Homestuck.
Not I.
You're alone here.
No.
But obviously the VTuber fandom. I'm definitely big into that. Websites in particular, not really. I've been kind of on the outside of a lot of interesting fandoms. Like I was a big Payday 2 player back in the day, but I wasn't a pillar of the community, that's for shit sure. I don't know. I don't think so. Honestly, I really don't like herd mentality, so I try to stay out of fandoms if I can.
I love herd mentality. I'm gonna be able to throw rocks at someone one day, and it's gonna be great. How do you feel about musicals?
Oh, they're a personal favorite, but it depends on the musical. I'm sorry to say.
Which ones?
I loved watching Cats growing up. The
movie must have been really good.
Well, not the new movie. No, we don't talk about that nightmarish monstrosity. I'm sure the singers were great. I'm sure the actions were great, but the way it looked, I didn't want to step anywhere near a theater that had it playing. No, I enjoyed the old Cats, the old stage play Cats. That was fantastic, mind-bending physics, defiance of physics in that VHS box set back in the day. Les Mis, I have not seen the proper stage play of it. I know it's good, but I've seen the movie with Russell Crowe, and that's a good taste of it. I know it's not perfect, but it's a good taste of it. Don Quixote, another fantastic musical. I want to learn songs from it because Raul Julia was Don Quixote at some point. That's Gomez, by the way, for anybody who watched the Addams Family movies. Thank you for dropping in, Ryan. Nice seeing you.
Thank you, Ryan.
That's our Mega Man X / Shovel Knight Fiend.
Always good to have them. Keep you safe in times of trouble.
Yes, always laughing, always guffawing at my 20,000th death to gravity. And Jesus Christ Superstar is also a banger musical. Religious connotations aside, it's got some amazing instrumentation. The original movie had some crazy rocker vocals, and I grew up singing those songs actually. I used to sing into like a mini cassette player that mom would have bought for like $20 cheap, and play back the recordings for her. But yeah, musicals are fun. Musicals are fun. I just haven't seen a lot of them.
We gotta get
Oh,
you
and
into
obviously,
more.
Nightmare Before Christmas. That is my bread and butter of musical taste.
That's fair. We gotta
Mine-
get you into more lame normal. What is the word for normal? Mainstream. Oh my goodness. We gotta get you into more mainstream musicals. You gotta see Heathers. You gotta see
Little Shop of
I've
Horrors.
basically
Shop of
heard the
Horrors.
entirety of Heather's through Phantom. It's fine.
oh, of course. But you gotta see it in action. You gotta see the kid with the pipe bomb. It's important.
One day.
And then
I promised Michael free rent. I've promised people movie watch-alongs. I don't have time to watch media. I'm barely getting through Fruits Baskets as it is right now.
Well, once you have 3 hours open up in your schedule, you can watch the best musical to ever come to YouTube, which is Epic the Musical. Wonderful.
He really likes Epic
I've
the
heard
Musical.
about it so many times. I'll check it out someday.
It's good. It's good.
He's got a club. That's my favorite part from
every
it.
time. All right, babe. Next question. Here you go.
What is your favorite genre of games?
Ooh, now that's a toughie.
You can give us a top 3. If
Either
you know,
for
if you
streaming
want.
or for yourself. Either way.
Or both.
I would say definitely top 3 in no particular order. It's kind of a tie for first. Fighting games for sure. Racing games, although I don't get them many chances to play them on stream. The third one? I mean, I love platformers, but they hate me. Honestly, probably now that you mention my name in chat, detective games. It's one I also rarely get to play, but I love problem solving.
Mm-hmm.
I love puzzle solving, problem solving, sussing out suspects. You know, it may be a persona, but I grew up wanting to be a detective for the longest time.
When you say detective games, are you talking like point and click, or are you talking like LA Noire?
Yes.
That's
Both.
fair. You know what?
I've played on the channel The Dark Side Detective, which is point and click adventure. I've played Sherlock Holmes, which is point and click adventure. I've played what was it? Duck Detective, point and click adventure. I played Touch Detective on the DS back in the day. And I have played LA Noire, and I plan to replay it on the channel sometime soon. So it is.
Is there a LA Noire
is.
2?
No, sadly.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
No, LA Noire only has one game, and it's because the studio went under.
Mm.
Sadly. So, yeah. There's not many great representations of detective games out there, and I want to find all of them. I do have the second installment of Duck Detective ready to go, and I am looking forward to it.
Oh, you know what you could play?
Hmm.
Pajama Sam. There's like 30 of them.
Pajama Sam.
Pajama Sam's a detective game?
Yeah, of
It
course.
is.
Oh my god.
Most of those old point and click games are detective games. You have to do some
Well,
hard
puzzle
mental
game and detective
gymnastics.
game are two separate things, but I get your point.
What? You're solving the case.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting to the bottom of it. You have to know who drank the milk from the milk carton so you couldn't get any more. Listen, someone's got to go to jail for that, all right?
All right, let me just pull out my notebook and start writing down evidence.
Thank you.
Would you consider Ace Attorney to be a detective game? Like, I
Yep.
know that the big part of it
Yep.
is being a lawyer, but you do also do a lot of detective work.
Surprisingly, Phoenix Wright followed the same idea as Perry Mason, and Perry Mason is considered a detective. Yes, there is 3 people speaking. There is a slime up top that is sentient, and then there's Anna and me.
He takes over my brain to speak. That's why you see my mouth moving whenever he speaks.
That's some telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
It's less telepathy and more just me being mean.
It's
We can
skelepathy.
be honest.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I do see a skull. You are qualified to be a skelepath.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have to talk about taking over the world later. That's right. That's
Oh,
like we'll
God.
do that after the question. We'll do that after the questions.
I do got the rat on my head. He's just chilling.
But yeah. Honorary second place does go to platformers in any SNES game. Too many good memories with SNES back in the day. It was my friend before I had friends.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, he's wigging out. He's, stimming, that's the word. Have you played A Hat in Time?
Yep, and I did a remix for it, and I beat it.
Oh, that's true, you did
And I
make the
loved it.
remix. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
Case
feel
Closed and
about...
Detective Conan. I haven't seen those yet, actually.
Oh, Detective Conan is good. It's still going, from what I remember.
I know, and that terrifies me. It's gonna be on the probably never see list along with One Piece.
Fair. How do you feel about, like, the Nintendo 64 platformers, so, like, Banjo-Kazooie?
Oh, I haven't played many 64 platforms. I played a little bit of Mario 64, and I do... Now that I have my proper monitor for the Switch where there's gonna be almost zero lag, I feel like I can go back and start learning how to play that. But I do love 3D and 2D platformers equally.
Okay.
There's just so many ways to break a 3D platformer where it just feels like fluid.
Mm-hmm.
And 2D platformers are just all about timing.
Mm-hmm.
So I do enjoy platformers quite a bit.
So, a bit of a self-plug, patting my own ego. There's an indie game called Cavern of Dreams, where it's a Nintendo 64-styled platformer. Very cozy game. I used to be a world record holder for one of the speedruns of it.
Impressive.
I did lose the record a while ago. I have not tried to get it back, but I fell in love with the game, and I recommend everyone to play it, because I think it's only like $5.
Cavern of Dreams. I will remember that next time I got some pocket change.
Oh, it's on sale right now. It is $5.19, down from $12.99.
Okay. When I somehow have more money, I will definitely give it a look.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're having too much fun talking about enjoyable things.
Of course.
I need more hatred. I need more violence. What's your least favorite genre of game?
Ooh. I mean, obviously 18 plus stuff. I can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So that applies to most visual novels, sadly. But least favorites, idle games. I don't have time to just come back to a game and wish it were going. I've had so much bad experiences with Facebook games. I don't like idle games. That's my least favorite. Second least favorites? It's a fine question. It's not many game genres I hate. Like I said, it's more of a question of how many I don't play. It's eroges, idle games, and... trying to think if there's a third thing. I don't hate horror games. I just don't gel with them. I think they're all fun. I'm just a scaredy bones.
What about
But I can't think of
RTS
a-
games?
I'm gonna figure out RTS. I'm smart enough. It's just a matter of whether or not I can execute.
How do you feel about like JRPGs?
I love them. I wish I had time for them.
Fair.
I've played a couple of JRPGs actually. I've played a little bit of Persona 5. I enjoyed watching other people play it. I watched playthroughs of Persona 4, a little bit of Persona. I've played a lot of Persona 3 actually. I did a stream series a while back, but I haven't gotten back to it because my voice was getting destroyed trying to voice everything in that game. And I played a long time ago a lot of Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch. So it's just a matter of having time. I enjoy the grind, I enjoy the storytelling, but I just don't have the time to play JRPGs anymore.
Fair.
So we can of course agree that the only good Legend of Zelda game is Breath of the
Oh
Wild.
my god.
But
You
what
are
do you think
picking
of
a
like
fight with more
what do
than
you-
just me.
What do you think of like Souls-like games?
I mean, I am addicted to them right now. I'm fighting my way through Dark Souls 1. Had to take a break because of life reasons. And I love it.
We're gonna find something you hate at some
I'm
point.
surprised. I'm surprised at how intuitive the controls are. I thought they were weird at first. I thought I was gonna have to like play it like Shadow of War, but I really love the control scheme. It feels natural, and the way it's snappy right now, I enjoy. The bosses I enjoy. The music I enjoy. It's hard not to like Dark Souls as an ex-D&D DM. There's so much good storytelling in it that's just all environmental. It's amazing. So I'm not looking forward to DS2, but I am looking forward to DS2 at the same time, whenever I can afford it.
All right, and this is my last chance, and then we'll move on. But eventually, I'll find something that you can hate.
I'm a positive guy. What can I say?
AARPG, so things like Diablo.
Almost got addicted to it.
We'll
I
find
downloaded Path of Exile. I realized how it could suck me in, and I uninstalled it through sheer fear of losing my entire lifetime to it.
Based.
Fair. All right. Okay. We'll make a hater out of you one day.
I gave up hating a long time ago when I realized, oh, it's literally just opinions and people's personal tastes. You can't really control that.
Well, yeah, that's
So I
the fun
guess-
part. So you get to hate everything because everyone's wrong except you.
I guess what you could say is that
I'll leave that to my father, Oscar the Grouch.
Aw.
you hate hating.
True.
In a matter of speaking, yes.
True. Oh my
We
goodness.
found
I
one.
agree.
We found
I
one.
agree. Oh, what can I say? But I agree. I hate haters too. I agree.
What movies do you like?
There's very few car movies, but I love them all. Baby Driver is one of them for sure. That was
I thought he was talking about like the Cars series.
I thought so, too.
No. Lightning McQueen is our Lord and Savior, but it doesn't have a special place in my heart. No. No, I mean like vehicle-based movies like Drive, Baby Driver, The Wheelman. There's something about the old V8s that just gets me going. Detective stuff, obviously. Like I love the old black and white stuff, like the Maltese Falcon. Cry of the City is a personal favorite of mine, where it's like a detective versus criminal, old best friends as kids dynamic. It's great. The old TV series, I won't get into TV series, it's too many. And I also enjoy movies that I can just like a popcorn and a glass of wine kind of movies. Like I recall one time, because I used to work in a movie theater actually, and I got a discount for ticket prices. One time I had free tickets to spend, and I decided to just go in on a random off day, get soda, popcorn, and sit in a movie I knew nothing about, and I had only seen bits and pieces from cleaning the theater. And it was called The Portrait, and it was just a slice of life on a man having his portrait made by a narcissistic old French painter who was trying to find his inspiration and living out his days chasing whores and alcohol. And I just vibed in that atmosphere. It's very rare that you can just become all fly on the wall in movies. and that was one of those wonderful times. But yeah, I enjoy movies. My most recent muse has been what was it? Once Upon a Time in the Old West. That was cinematic masterpiece.
How do you feel about Batman used to be a detective and a crime fighter? Now he's just a crime fighter.
I contest that.
Really?
I think he's still a detective.
I guess I haven't seen much of the latest Batman stuff, but whenever I hear about it, I just hear about, oh, he's so cool, he's so badass. Did you see the way he beat people up? And it's never just like, God, he's such a good detective.
Hey, there's been a lot of slugging in the old detective movies, if you haven't noticed.
That's very true.
Like, sure, the Adam West version of Batman is more action-focused, but there are bits and pieces, like, specifically... God rest his soul, Adam West. There is moments where he is a detective, a corny one, but a good detective. And then, of course, what's his name? Kevin Conroy, God rest his soul, always played it like a detective, serious, being able to put on a mask, manipulate people. I think the only time I can really say where he wasn't a detective was probably the Christian Bale version. He was more aggressive in that version, but as an aside, yes, I am on the Batman team, not the Superman team.
We do not like the Mary Sue superheroes. We don't vibe with Superman.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's just not human enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's about that time.
I guess it is coming to a close, huh?
It's always the worst time. We'll talk about the whole taking over thing eventually, you know. Us mid-level dungeon mobs have got to work together. But before that...
Excuse me?
What's up?
You're a mid-level dungeon mob.
I know.
I'm the boss.
I'm not involving you in this.
What, you said we?
Yeah, me and Ricky.
Nah.
Don't worry, we'll
He's
overthrow
the
the dungeon
gatekeeper.
boss eventually. I only have 3 HP in case you're curious. So...
That's better than my 2.
That's fair. So,
500.
What times do you stream and where can people find you?
You can find me here on YouTube. Ricky T Bones is my handle. Detective Ricky T Bones is the name of the channel. And I typically stream 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m. Central. That is 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. And you'll typically find me playing all sorts of good stuff. Right now, I'm in the process of getting Dead Rising done. That's going to be tomorrow, I think. And then Dark Souls is on Sundays. Ricky T Dones VT isn't a thing anymore, actually.
Oh. I thought that was...
Yeah, that was only the Twitch handle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's detective space Ricky space T dot Bones and a space, yeah.
Oh, that's so hard to read.
Ricky dash dat T Bones, yep. YouTube. That's the one and only. Surprisingly.
There, we'll do that.
Ricky T, I think I'm the only Ricky T Bones on YouTube.
Oh my goodness. Is this going to be the first time we ever do an outro where we say we're going to do an outro and it isn't 30 minutes later?
About yapping about AI and how much you hate it?
Listen, I don't hate AI. I'm not getting into... Oh, really?
Based. Oh,
do you have some time to talk about how wonderful AI is?
Oh, no.
I'd love to be on the other side of this conversation for once, talk about the merits of AI and how good it is.
In tools, it's okay. In some tools, it's okay. Trying to steal my job, it's not.
Well, so here's the thing.
That's all I can really say.
Here's the thing. It's crushing.
Do you
time.
believe that farming should still be 90% of the way that Americans make money?
That's not ideal given half of the topography of the United States.
That was the way that it was back before like irrigation and farming stuff. got industrialized to the point where now it's only about like less than 10% of the way that people make money in America. So like it's the same thing with AI of when farming was the main way that people made money, everyone loved it. And then the second that they were like, all right, we're cutting 80% of the jobs in this sector, which is what most people do, everyone freaked out about it and it was going to be terrible and no one was going to be able to make money to keep their families safe. And what happens is people branch out from what they were doing and then figure out the new thing that's coming up. With the Industrial Revolution taking away farming stuff, people started becoming more city focused and like working in factories and stuff. In the same way that when people used to sew by hand, there was a huge industry for sewing and tailoring and fixing clothes and all this stuff. And then when the sewing machine came out, it destroyed that entire thing, and people branched out from there and finding new stuff. AI is going to be the same thing of it'll destroy a lot of jobs, but once we're past that point, then we'll have this whole new sector of work to go into. It's always this very scary thing of when it's happening and right before it happens, but right after it happens, there's always, you know, different things happening.
I can't tell if you're trying to spin it into a positive light or a negative light.
Oh yeah, no. If you've ever heard me talk about this before, it is a fact of we are in a car going 100 miles an hour in a forest, and it is actively being lit on fire. But listen, once that fire burns out, we have so much land to live on. It's just the fact that, you know, we do have to leave behind like 70% of people right now in the forest that's burning down in order to have enough fertilizer for the new land to be able to be tilled, you know?
Yeah, still don't get what you're getting at, no. I don't know which side of the conversation you're on here.
Oh, personally, I think that it's going to ruin a lot of lives, but thinking about humanity as a whole, it will just make everything better.
I think they're overselling it as to its effectiveness. I've seen examples of it, and I try not to as a musician who draws inspiration from everything. But I've seen its use, and it does not give you the desired result. No matter how much you want it to, it's not gonna replace what I do and what Tony does. It's just a matter of whether or not you can bullshit people into believing that it's good enough. And so far, there's been nobody who is willing to put up with it, and I'm happy about that. You know, it's not a streamlining of a process like a sewing machine does for somebody who hand sews all day. It doesn't speed up the music making process, it just oversimplifies it to be passable. You know, it's the same thing that happened with the suits industry, actually. You know, before you had suits made of fine wools, cotton, generic materials, but now in the age of polyester and bioengineered materials, they have tried to sell us 100% polyester suits, which does not work in southern hemispheres. And those suits stay on the racks. So it's not a matter of whether or not it's going to be innovative and protective or progressive. It's only how much they can get away with. And so far, they've gotten away with nothing. Like, not enough people are willing to live with this. And that's the main reason it would work, is people settling for it. And right now, I can still tell when it's AI art and when it's real art, and it's mostly because I can feel the heart behind it. And the hands, obviously. But AI music is a gross oversimplification of what it is I was born for. And that's why I hate it with a passion. It's something I've worked for all my life. It's something I feel in my heart, if I had one still. And I'm staunchly against trying to just work off of preset chords and not trying to write it yourself. Like, music is a science, don't get me wrong. You could replicate it. But there's no recreating that Eruption solo by Van Halen because it was in the moment. There's no recreating Miles Davis because that man gave himself to his music. There's no recreating the Ricky T. Bones sound because I'm the only one behind it. So it's an ethical problem for me. It's a personal attack for me. And I will stand by my statement that I dislike AI generated content with a passion. And it's ruined the college society. It's ruined the college society. GPT has ruined test takers. Everybody thinks they're smart for using GPT now. Everybody thinks, oh, it's just something I can use. No, dumbass. You know, we have calculators, yes. But ChatGPT could fuck up your very important job in rocket sciencery if you ask it to solve a complex equation. It's not a perfect idea, and at the end of the day, you are responsible for what you put on the paper. And if it's wrong, or if it's clean, sure, you're still responsible for it. But when you are having to think for yourself, that's where you're going to be lacking. And that is my complete and utter stance on AI generated stuff. AI tools, AI upscaling, there is a place for that. It does make life easier and preserve some things from the past. But using it as a creative tool? No. No, that's gotta be human. That's gotta be human for me. So, yeah. There you go. That's my AI crash out for the day.
As always, the statements that I will make is AI is the worst that it will ever be today, and it will only be better. The concept of fully generating art and stuff with AI is annoying, but it's only ever going to happen more. I don't know if you've heard about the Coca-Cola ad made using AI.
Oh yeah, the Christmas ad, that was abysmal.
Yeah, companies are willing to pay however much because it's less than they have to pay actual creatives, and they're going to keep doing it. And again, AI is only the worst it's going to be. It's only ever going to be better. And as you said, AI tools are incredibly important in a lot of fields. Using AI in order to generate a full song is dumb, but using AI in order to, like, you know, get samples of music that you're thinking about and using it alongside what you're actually doing and your understanding of the craft in order to work with it. Like being an artist and being able to generate an image that you can use as not a template to like trace over, but like a template of get your ideas onto a piece of paper, look at it, figure out where it's stuff. No, I know.
Photos exist for
no,
that,
I
but
know. I'm
yeah.
fully like on board with that stuff. It's just a fact of people are going to use it this way. And the thing about AI is it's constantly learning. Everything that you input into AI is going to go somewhere in the database, and it's going to be implemented thousands of times. And as with everything, the more you do something, the better you get at it, and AI is doing that thing. Using AI in order to just write down all of the answers to every test that you're ever going to get is the dumbest thing imaginable. But
yeah,
in the schooling system that we have currently, it works where you have one person at the front of a room telling a bunch of people a certain curriculum that they have to follow, and there's not really much individual learning in there. AI tools that are built specifically for teaching you things, such as generative conversation models, it is proven the fact that having someone who is paying attention to you and is focused solely on your progress in your studies is a great help towards learning things. So like being able, if you want to learn Spanish, one of the best ways that you can learn Spanish is having an AI chat model talk to you consistently, because it can test you on everything that you're doing, and anything that you get wrong within those tests, it can generate full tests in order to figure out why you're getting that wrong, what part of the learning process did you, that kind of thing. Fully
great. Now teachers are gonna get paid even less.
Yes, exactly. Everything's get just destroyed. And then there's also the fact of factories in Amazon are currently horrible places to work, but more and more AI is being brought in, and people are working alongside the AI and then the AI figures out stuff of how to like fix things with it, because you have the managers working with AI, the people on the ground working with AI, and then you have the conveyor belts, and slowly over time people get pushed out because the AI gets smarter. The AI goes from like a horrible chat GPT thing that can barely understand English language to a grade schooler in about like 7 years, because AI has been a thing for a while now, and it took a while for it to become something that could like respond correctly to things in a way a child would. And then in
And
that
now all I dread is the singularity.
And then it goes from grade schooler to high school educated person who's able to answer questions and like think about something deeper than just the things you're saying in about 5 years. And then we went from high school educated to about college graduate level AI, where it's able to work in the fields that I'm talking about, of like being used in work, being used to replace artists, that kind of thing, in about 2 years. It only ever gets faster with how much better it's getting. It's already infiltrated every level of everything that we do in a workplace. The concept of like hiring HR people to screen so that you can hire people is gone effectively,
Yep,
because you have
I've seen
AI
that
put
too.
that up, you have AI do the testing, and you have AI figure out who you're hiring or not. You could be applying for a coding job and be told, all right, we need you to figure this coding test out. The person that asked you that question is an AI, the person that wrote that test is an AI, and the person that's going to grade it is AI. And guess what? They're going to replace you in that job with an AI because it's the one writing the question. It's just, I'm fully on board, and I fully think that AI is a good thing for the human race as a whole. The problem is, we as humanity exist in this way of everyone has to be worth something. We live in capitalism, and capitalism cannot sustain itself if we remove the ability for humans to generate quote unquote value that's worth something for the people that are way above us, if they determine that robots can do everything they want better. Um, so we have to either A, grovel at the feet of our AI overlords to allow us to do menial tasks, because the ability to get to a place in a company where you have seniority, you have understanding of what you're doing, and you're no longer doing entry level work requires you to work there, and you can't get there because AI is good enough at the moment of a college graduate to do the entry level work at all these places, so you can't work there to get the experience. And AI is only going to get better so that it can get past that entry level job faster than you can get past the point of doing an entry level job. So the job market is effectively ruined because of this, but it's only going to get better.
You have painted two separate things
Thank you.
where you only gets better.
Yeah.
After all that doom and gloom you just said?
As I said, the forest fire is currently happening. But the problem is, the forest fire, as with sewing machines, as with the farming industry, as with a lot of things in the past, the forest fire is happening. But it does get better.
We'll see then.
It's just this one directly contradicts the entirety of our living situation in every part of the world where capitalism is a thing. Previously, capitalism hurt us a lot, but there were like other industries that were fully open and being fully revolutionized. This time, because it's AI and because it's so good at doing entry level stuff, it also actively harms capitalism in the same way. So it's this feedback loop of AI hurts the people who are working and the people who want to work with it, but it also doesn't create anything new for anyone to go into. Like if you were a farmer, you could become a factory worker. Now it's if you're an entry level like gas station worker, what else can you go into? So it's far worse in every way than all of the other revolutions, but it is good for the human race to be able to buy a Waymo, because I'm sorry, Waymo is AI driven cars, which are actively running in a lot of places right now, and they're only ever going to get better because the amount of people who die in car crashes is such an insane statistic. The amount of people who die while driving sober is an insane statistic. So the concept of self-driving cars and being able to buy a ride with one whenever you feel yourself like not able to drive currently because you're tired, Imagine having to drive like 30 minutes to an hour somewhere every day to go to work. Think of the toll that takes on you mentally. Imagine if you had that extra 30 minutes to an hour every day of driving somewhere, being able to do what you want to do because you're in an AI driven car, or hopefully in the future when things are better, an AI driven bus. Because, public transport should still be getting worked on even while they're
See,
making AI driven cars.
everybody loves to talk about AI like we all live in. Okay, I'm gonna get philosophical here for a second, but I think we've overstayed our welcome on this subject.
Uh huh.
The trick about technology is that you assume everybody lives in an inner city.
Yeah.
You, when people think about, oh, this will take away our jobs, oh, this will take away, everybody thinks everybody works a 9 to 5 job in an inner city. Let me tell you what. The place I live in is the furthest from technologically adept as could be. We have buses that have been running since 1990. We have infrastructure that's from the 1800s. We have wires that aren't fiber. And AI runs on servers. Servers run on air conditioning. And you can't expect somewhere like Idaho to get overtaken like that. The whole world itself is not technologically up to this task. So self-driving cars, I'm lucky if I don't see a Chevy that's from the 1950s around where I live. And to the point of capitalism, it's not just capitalism requiring your value, it's people wanting value. I struggle with finding value in my life every day because I don't have any employment to go to. I don't have any work people to go to. And that's half the reason why I'm still doing this as a streamer, is because I'm worth a damn as an entertainer. I'm worth a damn as a musician who can play it without needing somebody to help me.
You're worth a damn because you're a person.
I'm worth a damn because I'm a person, and people have been, like, humanity as a whole has had a massive issue with settling for less very, very, very recently. Like, since the 1990s of liminal space and just decades of being okay, I'll grant you this. There's gonna be a reckoning at some point. There's gonna be a moment where people say, you know what? No, fuck this. I'm not going to a movie theater just to watch this slop. There's gonna be a point where they say, I miss the old days when people used to give a shit. And at the end of the day, that's the best advice I can give to you if you don't want what may come to be a reality, is just give a shit. Give a shit how much effort was put into the real deal. Give a shit that I was born to make music. And I live and breathe and die by it. Case in point, I'm a skeleton. And never be satisfied with what you're handed. Question it. Taste it. Make sure it's real. Make sure it's not, used to be pink slop like they used to give us at Mickey D's. Always ensure your source is credible and that it's not going to kill you down the road. That's the best advice I can give, and that's all I really want to talk about with AI. It's not a fun subject, and I'd rather talk less about it and not worry about it.
Fair and valid. Pretty sure.
Yeah, fair and valid. This whole exercise has been. I talked pretty bad about AI for like 40 minutes last interview, so I wanted to talk positively about it because there's two sides, and we always got to understand that. I fully agree with everything that you're saying. It's just I have to have the ability to be optimistic about something, and I have to have the ability to be pessimistic. I think that AI is
it's
horrible.
the devil's advocate. Yes,
Yeah.
a proper conversation flex.
Yeah.
Very nice.
All right. Well, just one more time for the people at home. Where can they find you? And then we'll, I said we were gonna do an outro and not be here for 30 more minutes. I can't.
You brought up the
believe
magic
it.
2 letters,
Every
man.
time.
Sorry.
No, I didn't bring it up. Chat brought it up. All right.
No.
Blame
Okay.
Sky. Blame Sky for everything that happened here.
Sky truly is our
Yes.
greatest stop.
So, Ricky T. Bones can be found here on YouTube. Just look up Detective Ricky T. Bones. That is Ricky T. Bones. There's only one of me. I look pretty much like this in my avatar. Branding's all over the place, and I do streams 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I upload music when it's done, and I've been uploading clips that you can get a good gist of what the life is like in Hotel Calaveras. So, if you enjoyed listening to me ramble on about all sorts of stuff, you can find me rambling more over on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, do like and subscribe to Anna Delna, as she did organize this and has an ongoing podcast whenever you can find guests, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, more
And make
good
sure
stuff
that
to come, I'm
you
sure.
subscribe to Ricky T. Bones and like all of his streams. He works hard and he deserves it.
Oh, thank
Get
you.
him to 500 so you can get memberships. And Sky has posted
Yeah.
the link to his channel 3 times. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Shit. Okay, thanks, Sky. Yeah, 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours. Currently at, what is it, 1,200 right now? Maybe 1,300 by this point?
We'll get
So,
you there.
I got a
don't
long
worry.
ways to go. I can get one of those right now. Well, not right now, but very soon.
Mm-hmm. Just hard
So,
work
yeah.
and patience. We believe
That's
in
the
you.
idea. Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for being on the show. We greatly appreciate it.
Of
Richard, do you have
course,
any
of course.
ending
Thank
remarks?
you for having me.
We're gonna take over the world before AI can. Me and you.
Oh,
Dungeons.
Jesus
All right,
Christ.
listen. We're gonna
There's
open
a skeleton
dungeons
inside
everywhere.
of all of us. It's just a matter of when.
Exactly. It's the easiest thing ever. All right. I melt the skin and skin and muscle. You get the bones. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I
We'll
drain
free
them
them
of their
all one day.
energy.
There you go. All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening in.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that is the end of the recording.
All
So,
right.
I'm gonna buy a nice, refreshing Coca-Cola in order to commemorate how much I love AI.
Well, I've got plenty I need to get done as per usual, so I'll go ahead and take my leave. Thank you very much for having me. This was very interesting. I've
Thank-
never been interviewed like this before.
Thank you for being here. You were a great guest. You answered all of our questions, and you made it fun. And you gave
I
me
tried.
friend slop, which I'll never forgive you for.
Oh yeah, I have an unabashed love of noir films. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Unbelievable. We're gonna have to redo the whole episode now.
Of course.
Yeah. No, there was a lot I've gotten out there that I've never been asked about, so thank you very much. I will see you when I see you. Anna, good luck on your next stream, whatever that is.
Thank
Good
you.
luck on
thank you.
surviving.
Good luck on
luck on
your next
surviving,
stream as
Pat.
well.
I'll be looking up more AI stuff so I can yell at more people. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ba-doom.
Boom.
How do you feel after that interview, Creature?
I feel that I was a good advocate. Problem is, some people just don't want to listen to the truth. I think AI is really gonna just like clean up the streets. Like, imagine a world where instead of throwing your plastic into a trash can, yucky, ewy. Imagine if there was an algorithm created perfectly to know every time you were gonna open something that was a disposable, and it followed you around. And then the second that you went to throw it away, it was perfectly positioned to be thrown into.
Anyways, Sky made a good point that you didn't ask him about AI. I feel like we should have a short segment where we just ask each of our interviewees what they feel about AI.
I literally did it last episode, so of course I didn't ask a previous guest about it. You were our third person on here. You didn't get the full community question experience. You didn't get the AI question. You didn't get half these questions because we just weren't prepared like we are now.
Mm-hmm. So we'll fix that for next time.
That's the round 2. We're gonna get, oh god, I think it's, well, hopefully it works out this way. You and Glitched together, because I think it'd be really funny for the round 2 to interview 2 people at the same time.
We'll have to try and schedule that then.
Round 2 featuring AI.
Mhm.
Oh.
I hope you understand what you have done, and you feel shame for your actions.
I fully believe that AI is a good thing.
Doubt.
It's just the fact of anyone, or I believe that it's a neutral thing, and people are doing really good things with it, such as curing diseases that we previously thought weren't curable. It's wonderful to have a thing that can go through 10 billion variations of something within a day for like mapping out genomes and stuff. It's amazing. It's really good. People are also using it for horrible, horrible evils. But you know, people do that with everything. Instead of actually getting guests, just interview AI versions of us. We will do that one day.
No.
We will do that.
No.
We will do that. We're gonna interview AI me. Because we've already interviewed you, and no one cares about me. So we'll interview an AI version, which will make it more interesting. Oh my god. Okay, so first step, buy a smart refrigerator. Second step, mod it to play Skyrim. Third step, download that thing where AI can take over a follower and you can like talk to it through that way. So effectively you're talking to ChatGPT through Skyrim. Then we interview that character for our interview series. What do you think?
Talk to him.
She doesn't get it.
Correct.
She doesn't get it.
Alright. I think...
I know how we can get Glitched Phantom. So first step, download the AI version of Pepino.
Peanuts.
And we're in.
Alright.
Second step, buy the body
he's
pillow.
Still going.
So then we take like a voice box that like you can hit a button and it'll play voice lines. We put the AI in there, put it in the body pillow, and I think we're good.
Okay. If that's the decision you've made. But yeah, I think we're good to end the stream now.
Oh, okay.
Alright, we're gonna raid into Mars. She's doing a baking stream, so we're gonna hit her with a rat raid. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. I
Bye.
won't see you, but like she'll see you, so see you tomorrow.
What?
What?
Okay. Alright, goodbye guys. Thanks for hanging out, Sky, and Flash, and Satelu, and everyone who's still here. I don't have a list of people that are still here. But yeah, bye!